All right, guys. So this is how I like to do product research for dropshipping when I'm not, using AliExpress or Amazon. So we talked about AliExpress separately as it's like one of the beasts, and we're going to talk about Amazon in one of the next videos as well because it's also a beast. I wanted to dedicate kind of their own videos since they're so massive and vast. And for this video, I want to go over some of the other ways that I like to use, some of the other platforms that I like to use to do product research that aren't, two of the main ones. So this is Kickstarter.com. For those of you who don't know, it's a crowdfunding platform. It basically allows you to, create an idea and the marketing materials behind the idea, and then people out there will fund your idea, to get the first copy of it. Like for example, so what I like to do on Kickstarter is organize by popularity. So Kickstarter.com/discover/popular. So this is everything sorted by popularity. You can also do, trending. You can do projects that they love. If you want to do, things like maybe you want to get into the craft niche, using crafts or technology or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of different options here, but I'm just going to do everything just to kind of show you guys how it works for the 4,600 or so live projects. And the reason that we're looking at crowdfunding, guys, is because I've heard about and I've actually seen and experienced in one circumstance where people will kind of see these ideas and they'll bring them to market, right? They'll change the idea, they'll make it their own, maybe they'll add like a new little feature, or they'll create some improvement on the idea, and they'll bring it to market faster than these people will on Kickstarter. And so Kickstarter, the beauty of it is you basically validate your idea. If you get, $50,000, $100,000, $1 million in funding, you can damn well know for sure that people are interested in that specific product, right? And so then if you can browse these, figure out an idea, add your own creative element to it, and bring it to market faster, right? If you can drop ship it and get a store together all within a day, which you will know how to do by the end of this training, I promise you guys. If you can do that and get it to market faster, get the advertisements created faster, have the store and availability to ship faster, then you can really you can take a validated, proven idea, improve it, bring it to market immediately, and really take off. And so I've seen it happen. It happens all the time. So let's look through some of these. So we see that this one, has 260,000. It looks like a board game, right? So some of these are going to be more fitting. Some of these are going to be less fitting. This looks like a reasonable one. We see 28 days to go with already 400% funded, right? $80,000 or so. It looks like it is, let's take a closer look at this. So it's like a tripod, extendable legs, remote shutter, compatible with your smartphone and your camera. Right, so they've done a good job here. It's compatible with DSLR and GoPro, perfect for travel and daily use. Right, very small. So you set it up kind of just immediately like this. Obviously, these are the types of products that do very, very well on Facebook advertising, very video centric, kind of appealing to the eyes, really look like a good idea immediately. Very portable, extendable legs, so you can really set it up to be very top heavy. They've done a fantastic job, obviously, with this. So that's something that, I would definitely write down and see if there's a way that I could, improve on it in some way, or, since they were obviously selling in a different currency, maybe I could bring it to the USA in my own way. So we see, this is funny, minimalist wallets, which is one of the topics that we actually talked about in the first video about, successful niches. I have a friend who does hundreds of thousands of dollars a year selling minimalist wallets, and he uses the platform Kickstarter and Indiegogo to fund it all for him. So, dropshipping is a beautiful model because you don't buy the inventory until after you've sold it for more. But Kickstarter is also a beautiful model because you're doing the same thing. You're funding the products before you actually have to pay for the shipments. And so when you have orders before you have to actually pay for your products, that is, right, the least amount of risk you could ever possibly have in a physical products business. So we see the first battery-free toothbrush, right? Eco-friendly. We talked about the Honest Company. We see these pop up everywhere. 535% funded. And they've done a good job with the photos here, with the blurred background and stuff like that. Workstation bag for travelers. See different types of never wax again, permanent base glide treatment for skis and snowboards. This is the type of thing I would never in a million years think about, right? But this is a huge market for people who are skiing and snowboarding. Maybe you look at this and you take it and you make a Never Wax Again specifically for surfers, right? When they're actually targeting skiers and snowboarders. The point of all of this product research, guys, is to just get the cogs turning. Get your reprogram your brain, reframe kind of your mentality about looking through the internet, looking through department stores, looking through your daily life. Now I always see products, I always see opportunities, and that's really how you become an entrepreneur, when you start to see opportunities. And so I'm trying to help kind of train your mind into getting into the mindset of always seeing opportunities with everything you see, right? My mug, the modern minimalist, again, a word that we like, mug that's virtually unbreakable, right? $32,000 for a mug, which is, awesome, but also kind of hilarious. Bacteria detecting towel. That's kind of scary thought, but, again, this is a great idea. I don't know how they do that, but, you could look into it. Bifold wallet and pen. Again, this is kind of a minimalist wallet design. Backstrong, the best chair ever. $193,000. The neck hammock, better neck pain relief at your door. So these are just a ton of ideas. We could go through this for an hour by itself. I want to show you guys some other options. I mean, Indiegogo is basically the same thing. It's just a competitor to Kickstarter. I actually prefer Kickstarter because it gives you the opportunity to sort via most popular and trending, and Indiegogo only allows you to sort via trends, which is still interesting. $350,000 for a stealth stabilizing camera is crazy, right? They spelled camera some crazy way, so this probably isn't English, but I mean, this looks like English, and they maybe just misspelled it. I'm not sure, but we're not going to go through all of this again because it's really like the same kind of thing. But one point that I want to make is I think people see some of this stuff and they think self-stabilizing camera, that's probably very difficult to make. The technology is very high, but guys, all of this stuff is made in China. The capabilities and the manufacturing capabilities that they have in China are unbelievable. You really just can't kind of understand it until you ask and try and search. So I promise you that most or all of this stuff is on AliExpress or Alibaba. You really just have to kind of work it out, make your supplier think that you are important and you're going to make a big order, and they're going to prioritize you, and you're going to be able to get a lot more than you might potentially expect, guys. So don't just discount things that you think you might not be able to sell because it's technologically advanced. All of this stuff is made in China, guys, I promise you. So the next thing that I want to look at is called Shut Up and Take My Money. This is a cool little website that's basically like it aggregates like novelty. So I went to Best Of here. And it kind of gives you just like a bunch of things you can look at, oldest, low price, high price, random. Novelty items are great. They allow you to, they allow products to be giftable, but if you have a novelty item that appeals to a specific audience, like, women who might be buying bras, this is probably, popular right now because Halloween just passed, but it's just very interesting to take a look here because novelty stores are great for Shopify, guys. Where would you go to find a glow-in-the-dark plutonium soap bar? Obviously, 7-Eleven probably doesn't carry those. And so there's a lot of Star Wars stuff on this site. A transparent lock-picking practice set. This is great, right? Because lockpick sets are generally restricted on Amazon. They only let a few specific sellers sell them. And so, there's a lot of demand for some of these products that are restricted on Amazon, and that's a great little gap and niche that you can take advantage of in Shopify. So we're going to talk about that in a second during the Amazon segment, but it's something that's very important because a lot of people buy a lot of things off Amazon, but Amazon wants to maintain kind of its brand and its presence, and they don't want to allow certain things to be sold on their website yet, like e-cigarettes, things like that. And so there's people who are making, thousands and thousands and millions of dollars kind of recognizing that gap where, people are not able to buy these things that there's a ton of demand for on Amazon, and so they go elsewhere to e-commerce stores. And so the people who recognize that trend and then are smart enough to, take the second step and say to themselves, okay, so what is not available on Amazon, but I am allowed to advertise on Facebook because Facebook has their own terms of service. So the people who find those gaps are the people who are going to, really kill it. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when we get into the Amazon section. But for now, some of this stuff is amazing, right? Stackable Tetris lights, create your own stackable combinations. The possibilities are endless. What an amazing novelty gift to give anyone. Everybody loves Tetris, or most people do. Bear Claws meat shredders. What a hilarious gift to get your grandpa or somebody who likes, barbecuing or whatever the case may be. Disappearing dinosaur mugs. right? Little mini fridges, and a lot of this stuff is available via Amazon. This website basically just aggregates popular kind of novelty items from Amazon, and then puts them in their own kind of way here. And if we click this link, we'll see their affiliate code, which is right here. Their link code is WEK075-20. So sorry if that's you, but every time that they make a sale, they're bringing Amazon this traffic, so Amazon pays them according to their tag a percentage of that sale. So I like to look through all of these. I mean, this is great. Creative cursing, ass waffle. What a perfect little, very cheap gift that you could, take a look at and see if you could find on AliExpress, and then aggregate into a kind of a novelty gift site. So this, this is a great one. Millennium Falcon sunshade, and you could put any picture you wanted here, right? Whoever's creating this definitely has the ability to print any, image onto the sun protector that you wanted. So you could take, other popular trending things, whether it was like a sports team or Donald Trump in some funny way, or something that makes people very polar in one way or another, to either really want to buy it or really hate it. Those are kind of the things that normally work from a novelty perspective. Hello, is it me you're cooking for? Yeah, so I mean, Lionel, the king, always, playing off these kind of plays on words and things like that, just really works very well. And finding kind of ideas here, Dragon Ball Z shift knob, that's amazing. So there's a ton of stuff here. It's a nap. I'm just looking through this for the first time, and I love a lot of this stuff, right? I'm thinking about buying it. So just kind of adding your own little twist to these, really just, it will pay you dividends, I promise. Chemist Spice Rack, a lot of great stuff. So I love this website. Let's move on to the next one. This is called thisiswhyimbroke.com. So this is kind of like a shut up and take my money on steroids. Like, there's some really crazily expensive stuff here. At least last time I checked, there was like a mech suit that you could buy for like $75,000 or something like that. So there's a lot of great stuff. This looks awesome, like a little Halloween kind of holographic decoration. We see some eyelashes for, potentially people who might want to put that on their car. I'm not sure why you would, but some people might. Sit on my face chair. Some great stuff on here. Fiber optic hoodie, right? These are great. LED is, a very popular kind of drop shippable product, because it's very hard to find certain types of clothing and things like that. A very successful drop shipper, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but in kind of my target demographic would be these guys who started selling rave specific clothing. So since I expressed interest in Coachella or something like that, they would target me, and they would show advertisements of these like crazy beautiful designs of like Rafiki from The Lion King with like Technicolor kind of like rave stuff, and they would show like LED shoes and things like that. And they did a fantastic job of really carving out their niche as kind of the electronic music clothing and light up clothing kind of leaders. So we see smart baby monitors. That's great. Alcohol vaporizing pump. That's kind of scary.